Okay, so Wiikspeak episode. What is it? Is this episode 7? I think so. Maybe 8, but probably 7. And it's going to be another one-man show again. And so I think my cold is kind of passing, so I won't sound as freaking stupid as I did originally in the last couple of videos, although I still hate my voice very much. So I've been thinking about some topics, and I actually chatted with some of my friends trying to think of a topic. And I kind of wanted to do a more serious one. While I am nowhere near funny in my audios, I usually talk about video games and stuff like that, rather light subjects. But now I want to talk about something, I don't know, a bit more, maybe not, like argument-inducing, but more controversial. Kind of how humans interpret the world and what exactly the world is. Okay, so humans, we pride ourselves on being the most superior race on this planet, when for starters it's just not so. We pale in comparison to the cooperativeness and successfulness that, say, beehives or ant hills have, where not anybody rests. They constantly just work and strive to achieve, the betterment of their species. Or cockroaches. I mean, who needs technology when superior biological anatomy are on your side? Or is on your side. So, humans are actually very, if you come to think of it, we're very dumb, dangerous, but at the same time fragile creatures. Chances are we're just gonna wipe ourselves out and everything's just gonna go to the cockroaches. But then again, what would wiping ourselves out matter because chances are we aren't the first dominant species of this universe. I don't want to start some crazed new religion or something, but chances are that there's probably been some dominant cycle that's come before us. Either now or on another planet, definitely, if there's not already, in other words, aliens. So, are we just going to pass on? Because eventually the human race is going to come to an end. It's a very scary thought, but pretty soon we're all going to die. And we got to learn to accept that. But we can definitely make ourselves live a lot longer if we try to change something. But then again, what do all these human efforts matter? We feel such levels of emotion and strive so much. But even in all your troubles, if you think about it, your troubles may not ever even leave the town you're in, let alone the state, let alone, your country. And beyond that, the entire planet. I don't mean to be a pessimist here, even though I kind of tend to be, but what does all humanity that they've done mount to among the vastness of space? I mean, no matter how important you view yourself, you are just one person, of one family, of one neighborhood, of one town, of one country, of one world, among an infinite space. We're infinitely smaller to infinity. Go figure. And no matter what we accomplish, we will not even register as a speck on the universal scale. That's it. And then so distance-wise, we're pretty insignificant. And if you want to move on from that, people try to comfort themselves by speaking of higher powers. Whether that be you're going to heaven after you die or aliens exist, there's always something more. And people, I don't know what that is. Either people are utterly convinced that it's just too strange, they just can't accept themselves to be the most dominant people, or they're scared. They're scared of their own fate to lead their own lives, and they're scared of death. I'm too young to really even, grasp of how scared I could be of death. I mean, I'm scared of it. But they're just so ignorant and so scared, or any other reason you can think of, to scrabble to find answers, whether they're going to be real or not. And so that kind of leads to the religious stumbling block, as I call it. So, and then, but put it this way, what if gods and aliens and all these great deities that we talk about actually do exist? Let's just put it for a moment. How would we, for example, take a maggot. You can take your finger and poke that maggot a little bit, and that maggot's definitely gonna feel you poking it, but it's not that it's dumb, but it just doesn't have a range of comprehension. It has a barrier in its mind that will not let it register that's like, oh, another living thing 10,000 times bigger than me is poking me. It feels this force imposing on it, or just doesn't feel that force at all. It just feels some mundane thing pressing on it.